Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube Live at The Real Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy. Hope y'all are doing wonderful and well wherever you are on the globe. Anything that you need to know about me right now should be listed in the description box, okay? This is a general collective tarot reading for the collective, especially those that are on like a divine path, a twin flame journey path, or just a high level soul expansion, conscious awareness path in life, okay? So please only take what resonates. It is general. There's a channeled message that I received. I had a dream. And so this is going to be kind of specific. So please only take it if this is your story. It may not be your story. And if it is your story, please only use your higher resonance here and add elements of balance and wisdom to what you're receiving here, okay? I just want to send love and shout outs to all of my returning viewers and subscribers that are of high vibe positive energy. I love you guys. I do actually send you guys love and light all the time. I actually even, send energy. I channel energy with the permissions of your higher selves, of course, to your life, your journey, your situations. Because if you're on this kind of a path, I'm fully aware of the karmic energies and external influences and all of that stuff that has a tendency to try to infiltrate your life or has affected you. So just know that my heart is always with you guys in that way, okay? To the new subscribers and viewers, I just want to say welcome. Thank you. I hope that you find something really beneficial for you here, okay? This is a no judgment zone. That is who I am. As Bloom from Within Love and Bloomy. And what I mean when I say no judgment zone, I simply mean that I believe in the divinity of humanity. I believe in, the law of one. I believe that we have all come here to experience, things, learn new things, expand. We're just all on different paths, and I do believe that all are to be honored. And that's what I mean by that. I don't have any certain bents. I believe that anytime we're manipulating and playing with the rights of another, okay, or the free will of another, we have already stepped away from our divinity. Okay, that's just my resonance. So I'm not here to coerce people into anything. I say this all the time. It's a violation. That's my opinion. So just know that I welcome you here. I hope you can find goodies, right? Goodies, 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 goodies. I hope I can make you laugh sometime. I'm sure you've seen some things that I have uploaded that probably make you laugh because I'm kind of rando like that, right? It ain't gonna be too polished. Not all the time. I feel like it's not authentic. I am everything and nothing. I am Beauty and the Beast, right? So I like to show you all of those various aspects, okay? And anyway, enough of the chat. OMG. Okay, so it's a channeled message. This is why you guys see the reading, because after I got out of the dream, then I was like, okay, why? What is this about? And okay, yada, yada. So then I was guided to do the read and just to kind of get the interpretation and then to come on. So this is not a standard reading that you guys are used to seeing me with the cards and shuffling, because it's something that was channeled through in advance, okay? The title kind of gives away what happened. Now, again, that's why I said, so this is for maybe a select few of you. If it's not for you, again, you ain't got to be mad. You ain't got to try to make it fit or contort it. Just know that, okay, it's not for me, right? All right. Humans, man. Okay. So, in the dream, before I get into what you're seeing here, because this is where the rubber meets the road right here. So, something has exploded and judgment has been called because of some things here. And there are others aware of some things, okay? We see the Hierophant representing God. It represents awakening. It represents spiritual lessons, expansion. Even marriage, it can represent marriage, but that's not the only meaning because, again, humans and free will, we can choose to do what we wish. We may say what God had put together, but God didn't put everything together. We have a free will. Humans have to grasp this concept here. Okay, we all have a free will on this earth, so we can go about choosing as we wish. And then we want to say what God put together, right? So, but it's more than beyond, just that. This represents awakening, lessons, learning. Okay, with it being paired with this Empress and Temperance, this is some high level shit. Okay, this is about a divine feminine energy that is on their path. So that's balance, that's an earth angel, that's on a spiritual path, that has awakened, that has, been done unjustly. And all of this stuff has been done for a long time, and that there's been a lot of lies and a lot of slander, a lot of bullshit spoken on this Empress, on this Temperance angel. Okay, and some old friends of family members are aware of it. Now, let me tell you why. So, before I get into the rest of the card reading, I'm going to tell you about the dream. In the dream, it was an old an old friend of the family in which I grew up. Okay. Old, actually, they, dated my older sister. Okay. Many, 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 many moons ago. When I say, like I said, I grew up. Okay. And that person was in a dream. I was in the dream. Okay. As well as my sister, my older sister. But before that, as I was getting ready to do the cards, and I was asking my guides, and things were coming to me, collective, if this is you, you could have experienced this. And I think I've spoken into this before, okay? Unfortunately, what may have happened to you, it's not really your fault, right? But, you did suffer because of it, okay? I'm going to give you an example. So I think I mentioned to you guys on a video, whether it was yesterday or day before, right? Because I'm starting to speak out. I feel like we have a right to do that. I feel like a part of the injustices, the imbalances, and the abuse has been a tendency to try to bully people into a corner, to silence them from revealing the things that they have experienced, whether it was through their friends, their family, lovers, clergy, you know what I'm saying, to try to bully people, to make them feel like you better shut up, nobody's gonna believe you, and, yada, yada, that kind of energy, right? So this is why I'm speaking out the way I am. Now, in terms of the dream and what I'm trying to rebuild to you guys, and for whoever you that this is gonna resonate with, right? The last time when I spoke with my mom, I want to say for the last time, I talked to you guys about that the other day. Don't worry, I'm going somewhere. One of the things that she said, and remember, I did tell you guys, these things are noted and recorded. And I did that because the background that I come from, the type of family that I come from, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of triangulation, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of lies. Okay, a lot of lies. So, so I backed myself up that way just in case one day, when it came down to it, I would actually have it. Okay, so one of the last times I spoke with my mom about some stuff, and my mom was sharing some things about how she felt my older sister had treated her, and now she sees, and all this stuff, I knew also that my mom had some fear, based on some of the things that she said, and I'm like, okay, yeah. But aside of that, my mom made a statement that reminded me of something that, quite frankly, when you're on this path, you're just shit. You're trying to keep your head above water. You're trying to heal. You're trying to grow and expand shit. It gets to a point where You just don't care anymore because you start to realize at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you can love folks and wish them well and whatever, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And so you kind of get into that place where you just kind of say, well, fuck that, fuck it energy. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But she made this statement. She said, oh, yeah. She said, because, you know, your sister, she said, yeah, she wants people to like how they look at you. She wants people to look at her and, you know, say, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, you know, this or that. And I was a little bit, I just listened, I heard, and I was like, okay. And it brought me back to, I'm going to bring this full circle. It brought me back to early life. Okay. Hold on, because I'm going somewhere. Now, the childhood family member, I mean, friends of the family, which is someone my sister dated many, many moons ago when we were growing up, okay, they knew me very well too, right? Now, here is the thing. Let's say collective, you know, as you grew up in life as a young child, and then as you grew up into a young woman, and then as you grew up and, you know, you created your own world, social medias, whatever you did, right? People always saw this stuff, right? On some level. And you may have had a tendency to have people compliment you. Not that you were trying to make them compliment you, but this is something that could have been happening. Okay. So for an example, your family member, your sibling, you know, the people that they have dated could have been like making comments to her, you know, they may not have meant harm, but for her or him, they could have taken it in such of a way, especially if they're a karmic, right? And they're not dealing with their own insecurities and whatever. And so they could have grown more and more aggravated as time proceeded at people constantly looking at your pictures or making a comment on a picture saying you're beautiful, or rather in a conversation, or wow, she's really pretty, or he's really this, or you know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, being a healthy sibling, like, yeah, you know, it bothered them. Okay? It bothered them. You yourself may have noticed that, you know, as you grew up in life, the types of comments that your sibling would make, that you would be like, well, like, why? You know, and like it's not your fault kind of thing. So whether it is you guys would ever go out or somebody, you know what I'm saying? They be bothered by the compliments and want that for themselves, right? So this has been long built up, okay? Now, the family member, the friend of the family, I'm sorry, in the dream, they know something that happened, and I think they possibly said something or called somebody out on something, okay? And so let me tell you why. Let me get into the layout. So we have the Ten of Swords here as the leading energy, right? We have Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups reverse, the Temperance, right? Now, Three of Cups being in the middle can represent celebrations, siblings, three people, right? Gossip. It can represent a lot of things. Three people coming together, doing something. Okay? So, over here with this Ten of Swords, wait, hold on. They're asking me to back up. Hold on. Hold on, guys. They're wanting me to back up before I get into the cards. So, the channeled message, this person, this friend of the family member, with this tower that ended up coming out as a result of this betrayal and the lies, because there is some lies here, Ace of Swords reverse, that was spoken with that page, okay? Yeah. The message is, that this friend of the family member called somebody out, possibly this sibling, okay, that has this like deep hatred and resentment and sibling rivalry and competitiveness, to no fault of your own, based on her own or his own insecurities, based on, you know, all the things that could have happened since childhood, throughout young adulthood, and as an adult that they never admitted and never really healed from, and just ended up taking out on you, collective. The friend of the family member called somebody out, okay, on some things there. And first and foremost, the message kind of was like, this could be happening as I'm speaking, or this could be something that, already happened or is about to happen. Okay, that's the way tarot works. But they were like, you know what? You lied. And that you ought to be ashamed of yourself. They basically called this person out like, you lied. You ought to be ashamed of yourself behind, you know, your own jealousy, your own insecurity, um, towards your sibling. You ought to be shamed behind, some man or some woman, or trying to, stoop so low. Like this family member, the friend of the family, they either saw it, they know about it, and it could be because of, they could have been one that was in that person's presence and kind of watched the things they did and said and kind of wondered why were they responding in such a way. And they could have done their own investigation. I did have a page of swords here. They could have started like watching silently or something. And they were like, you wrong for that. And they called judgment. They even spoke into how like this person was going to receive some type of karma for it or be judged. I'm not sure what the lingo was, but they're like, you were wrong to let some man come in or trick you, or to trick some man, or spell work came out. I'm going to get to the cards here. They're like, you're wrong. You're so wrong. And collective, this is something that has been built up. You guys heard me talk about karmic families, and the things that surround you in that nature, how this has been playing out. And so basically they have been sabotaging you, lying on you, so that they didn't like that people looked at you all in a certain way, and they wanted people to look at you all as basically who they really are. I hate to say that, okay? They wanted people to see you as whorish. They wanted people to see you as unstable. They wanted people to see you as a liar. They wanted people to see you as someone with a mental problem. They wanted people to, they did not like that people liked you. They did not like that people complimented you. That's why I said it wasn't no fault of yours, collective. Jealousy. This is envy. When people start having a secret vendetta against you, all because of your appearance, all because of, people liking you or complimenting you. And it's sad. It's sad, but this is what happens when you're dealing with karmic energies, and when you're dealing with people who are in delusion and denial of their true nature and state, right? These individuals wanted to look the way you do to people. They wanted to look like they're pure. They wanted to look like they're angelic. They wanted to, so they try to dump on you, sabotage you, right? And essentially copycat you, steal from you, because this is their weird, kind of sick, delusional way of feeling empowered rather than heal and get something organic and authentic on their own without the manipulation, lies, cheats, deceits, and spell work, right? So this Ten of Swords was the lead energy, and I asked, why? Why? This King of Cups, okay? So this sibling betrayed the divine feminine, okay, regarding a man, possibly, or a woman, okay? Take it how it resonate. It's just the masculine energy that has love in his heart for divine feminine, okay? And that they knew that. This man could have, been denying it. He could have been swayed in different directions. But the King of Cups is implying that it's there, okay? It also represents that they betrayed divine feminine by manipulating the emotions of a masculine energy, okay? With this Page of Wands. And when I asked about the Page of Wands, I said, well, what is the King of Cups saying in this page, in this message about this betrayal here? And so then the Ace of Swords came out in reverse. So the King of Cups is saying that someone lied, okay, lied, either to get them to walk away, move away from divine feminine, okay, or they could have lied and implied that, things were well with the divine feminine, that they were going to move things into calmer waters, or that they were going to make things right, that they lied, that they didn't do it, right? So then I went over into the Two of Cups. I was like, well, okay, so that, wait, hold on. They want me to clarify over here. So I went further into this betrayal. I'm like, okay, so what went down? Whoop, right? And then what came out was the Eight of Swords. So the message was the sibling lied and interfered in a connection, and they lied to keep someone entrapped, right? Eight of Swords energy, to keep someone entrapped, to keep someone from moving on, moving forward, moving away, okay? And I said, okay, so how did that happen? Then I got the Tower. So then I further said, so what happened in this Tower? And what happened is a lot. Okay, so let me give you the breakdown. We got the Ace of Cups. We got, hold on. It was the Page of Swords first. Okay, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man, Three of Swords, Seven of Cups, right? So essentially, there was spell work to keep somebody stuck, confused, disillusioned, that this sibling interfered in the life of divine feminine with lies, spell work, confusion, all sorts of shit, right? Gossip, Page of Swords, it represents the internet as well, going online, doing all sorts of shit. That Tower revealed it, okay? That there was lies involved, that somebody was being petty and immature, okay, towards divine feminine. Now, then we move into the Two of Cups and clarified by the Queen of Wands, and this usually represents the karmic feminine energy, which in this case is the sibling. This represents Aries, Leo, Sag, okay, that she came in between a spiritual union where there's two cups. She came in spreading gossip, lies as a Five of Wands, competition. So she was probably a pick-me chick, okay, or dude, to, not only lie on divine feminine, but to appeal to whoever that person was to convince them to betray divine feminine over and over again. And I say that because we have it in the upright here and here. So this has been going on for a long time. Okay. Then as we move on, I think, yeah, whoa. Okay, yeah. No, it was clarifying this Three of Cups. Yeah. The Three of Cups and the Two of Cups, I think is what it was. Yep, okay. So as a third party, so this person partnered up, collaborated to cause betrayals to the Empress, fights, things online, lies. We already have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So they were lying to create chaos and conflict, and they had people working with them to do it. Okay. It was a collaboration. Okay. And this family member knows, and they're disgusted. They're disgusted by, the extent that this sibling went to try to harm the temperance angel, to try to harm divine feminine, trying to set them up, saying things about them online, right? So whoever this person is, they could have found out about some very shady shit that this sibling was doing. And I want to say that, as it pertains to my particular journey, you guys, I told you guys for a long time I had all these people that would come on and make these nasty comments, and they would come on and say, I wage spiritual warfare against you, and, woo whoop, and they would come on and just say different heinous shit. One time I had somebody comment on something, this was a long time ago, I want to say early last year. And I know who it is. It's actually my sibling. And the name that they used in this YouTube platform was Michelle Helsby. Michelle Helsby. Helsby sounds a lot like Osby, doesn't it? Michelle has the same initial as another name, doesn't it? So collective, and the comment was nobody cares. So my sibling has been antagonizing and doing all this stuff behind my back for some time, collaborating with others and using multiple different portals and accounts and things of that nature. And whoever this family member, friend of the family, they know and are disgusted. Okay. And if this hasn't happened yet, collective, then it's something that is actually about to. Okay. Because what people don't understand is like just as much as they stalk or surveillance like the divines, they're equally being surveillanced. People are watching. And some people are doing it in silence, right? Because, some folks know the nature of a person. You know what I mean? That no amount of spell work and double talk bullshit can, convince them differently. So whoever that friend of the family, that old friend of the family, they are just utterly sick into their stomach. They are like, okay, you collaborated all because you couldn't get your way. You that fucked up. Like they're pissed. They're like, that's sick. To them, like they don't understand. They probably even told this person, what the fuck happened to you? Like, this is sick. All because they couldn't, get their way. So they wanted to create, obstacles and challenges, and blockages here for divine feminine. because they didn't want divine feminine to have her wishes fulfilled because of some what? So, essentially, this person was like, okay, they see divine feminine as she is. The temperance angel, divine feminine, the empress, right? They know it, okay? In spite of everything that this sibling has done and said, and all the people that she has managed to collaborate with her, okay, they see this person as somebody that is spiritual, somebody that is wise, somebody that's minding their business, somebody, you know what I'm saying, that is connecting to divine. And essentially, they have told these people, because I had justice at the bottom of the deck, like you guys were trying to stop this person from shining. You guys were trying to, this sibling was trying to create blockages. This sibling was stealing. This sibling was trying to frame divine feminine. Yeah. So this person is like, this is sick. And we had the emperor to show up at the bottom too. When I was doing the read, it's like, yeah, there's the Seven of Swords. Yeah. So, collective, if this is, resonating with you, and you may feel some kind of way because, chances are, you might be around a lot of snakes, like I said, snakes, vipers, predators, you know, I hate to use that language, but it's like anybody who resort to these types of things, there's, what else can you call it? What else can you call it? The people need help and healing, yes. And I feel like that friend of the family member may imply that, or they implied it like, you know, you need help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that person's fault, you know what I'm saying? People complimenting them over time or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying something about their pictures or in a conversation. It's like when you're healthy, you don't have a problem sitting with friends and family and someone complimenting your sibling. You don't have a problem with them, celebrating a success or the beauty or whatever it is of your sibling, because you're their sibling. When you're healthy, you want to see them happy. When you're healthy, you know what I'm saying? You're glad they find success. You're glad, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they're your sibling. Yeah. And so some people are actually starting to see this, guys. So just hang in there if this is your story. I can tell you that as you just stay your path, I know from experience, like, okay, it ain't right and da 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 da. But see, here is how it works. At the end of the day, your path is protected. The more people, whether it's the sibling, karmic family, karmic lovers, karmic clergy, karmic spiritualist, whomever, they will get what's coming to them. Okay? Because that's their lot. Essentially, it really is their lot. It has nothing to do with you, divine feminine. It's their lot. Because if you're in this kind of energy, it's not taken lightly when people try to double cross you and slander you and steal from you. You know what I'm saying? And do spell work on you, all for some dick and $25. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being raunchy there because at the end of the day, I feel like it's 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 so far gone that it's beyond sad. It's beyond sad. Individuals in that energy, they may, in the 3D, because they have spell worked their way into a facade, they have spell worked or fucked their way or bark their way, you know what I'm saying, into an appearance. You know what I'm saying? Creating an entourage, creating flying monkeys, you know, of a level of success. And this is what has kept many of these people blind to this person for so very long. But the ones that knew this person most from many, many moons ago knew their real capabilities of what types of stuff that they were willing to do, okay, for success, for wealth, for stuff, for clout. And so when people are in that same vibration, then they're easily deceived as well. This is why I tell people all the time, what ends up happening is, you know, people end up meeting their own vibration. So if you're vain and shallow and materialistic, then you're going to get that, okay, at some point. When you reject, when divine is stepping in to bring balance, you'll get your default setting, which is karmic, okay? And, but this is how, you know, individuals like this have used spell work to control people's minds and to even get people to see this divine feminine as something that she wasn't. The lies, you know what I'm saying, were threaded with half truths. The person was so heinous and insidious in nature. They tried to exploit and take the vulnerabilities of a life this divine feminine had lived, but they distorted the authenticity of the truth of who she is now, while trying to hide their, you know, vulnerabilities, their indiscretions, their sexual escapades, their, you know, their legal things, you know what I'm saying? Trying to hide that. And they use all of this to try to turn people away from divine feminine, including distorted masculine, which was actually a divine masculine who chose to be in distorted energy and remain in a karmic energy, right? Because this sibling was stalking her sibling the whole time, watching their every move, studying them, watched who liked their pictures or their post so that they can go behind their back and start spreading things. And in part is because divine feminine stood up to this person. When divine feminine realized that, you know what, you know, sorry, family or not, this is bullshit. They're karmic. This is a karmic cycle. I'm not going to tolerate this. They can do what they want, but I'm going to go on my path, and God has got me. My spirit guide, source, has got me at the end of the day, okay? All right, collective, so hopefully that brings you some solace, some comfort, some confirmation, because I know these things can feel very freaky and very weird, and you may be sitting and feeling like, well, who understands? And, you know, everybody is under these illusions and smoke and mirrors and, you know, flying monkeys and, you know what I'm saying? Because you get the nature of what's really happening. But don't you worry, all is seen. And then there are some individuals that are also being enlightened and awakened to what was really going on. The fullness, not the half stories and trumped up, you know, yada yada that these siblings and their flying monkeys, you know what I'm saying, collaborated to say and to do against you all, okay? All is well. Keep on moving forward. I may come on later to do something totally different. I only felt guided to share it because I did have the dream. And I knew that this was going to resonate for those that are on divine paths. And so I felt like it was important to share. But later, I'm hoping to come with something totally different. We'll see how I'll get guided. Something more high vibrational, something that's not related to the karmic energies, okay? Because if you are this divine feminine energy, then there are so many beautiful, wonderful things that are actually happening right now, okay? And that will continue to play out for you. So we want to get you guys to get into that energy versus worrying about these karmics and whoever their entourages are, and you know what I'm saying? Get you from there. You're going to do your due diligence, whatever your guides are asking you to do, in terms of making sure that you're covered and backed, and in terms of legalities and things you feel like people are doing behind you. Of course, continuing to clear your energy, but then shifting into your blessing. You are blessed, divine feminine. If you don't feel like that, I'm sorry, you will. If this is you, you're protected. You have so much intervention at play, and it's because people try to surround you with so much viper energy. They tried to surround you with so much fuck shit. They wished death upon you. They wanted to steal. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to end you because your light makes them feel bothered. Okay? Sad. They do need help. And anybody that's connected to them, actually. Okay? I send you guys love and light. Namaste.